Welcome to my YouTube channel and Facebook page. This is Ricky Chisambo. If you are tuning in for the first time, you can subscribe so that you can be notified every time that I post a video in different subjects. Okay, the first one that we're going to look at is evaluate. So this is, or the topic is algebra, and we're going to look at this question. These are indices. So here they've said evaluate. So in brackets we have -1 raised to the power 0 times 2 to the power 3. So now how do we find this? So you'd find that first of all, what you should understand when it comes to algebra is that any number which is raised to the power 0, the answer is always 1. So even if it is 100 which is raised to the power 0, always the answer is what? The answer is 1. Or it can be 20 which is raised to the power 0, always the answer is 1. So in this case we have a negative here, so meaning we're going to -1 times, so this is where now we're going to expand this. So we'd say 2 times 2 times 2, and then if you want you can put them in brackets. So now when you reach at this stage, you cannot multiply because there is a negative here, so you have to kill this negative. Now how do we kill this negative? We're going to introduce -1 there such that this goes and that, and then 1 into 1, the answer is 1, and then you multiply 2 by 2 by 2. So the answer is 1 times, so meaning that 2 times 2, that is 4, and then 4 times 2, that is 8. So the answer is 1 times 8, which is 8. As simple as that. The other one is solve the equation. So in this question you'd find that we have two separate equations that we can form from this question. So meaning we have this first one and then the other one, and then we have is equal to 0. So meaning we have to solve for x here. So we have to solve for x. Here we solve for x, and there we solve for what? For x. So in this case it is open bracket, so we have x minus 1 close open bracket 2x plus 5 close is equal to 0. So now what are you supposed to do here? So you say x minus 1 is equal to 0, or 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So in this case we're going to solve for x here. So we would say x is equal to 0 plus 1, so x is equal to 1. So meaning that you have to indicate this is x1, and then let us move to this. So you collect the like terms. So in this case 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, or you would say 2x is equal to 0 minus 5. So here what are we going to do? So 2x is equal to -5. In this case, because we are solving for x, you're going to introduce a 2 there and a 2 there. So 2 it goes. So the answer here is x. 2 into 5 and -5, you can say that is -2 and then 1 over 2. So that is a negative there, or if you want you can just leave it at 5 minus 2. It's okay. Okay, that is simple. So this is algebra. Okay, so the other one is simplify. So we have this, we want to simplify 4x to the power 2 plus 2y to the power 2 minus xy minus x 6x raised to the power 2 plus 2xy. Here the first thing that you have to do is you you identify the like terms. So in this case, meaning that you have to identify like terms, we have, do we have like terms? Yes. So meaning that this one and this one, what else? So we have also this one and this one. So you collect the like terms. So in this case, you're going to have 4x squared minus 6x squared, and then you're going to maintain this here because it is only 1, so you would say plus 2y raised to the power 2, and then what else? This now x negative xy plus 2xy. So you've collected the like term, so we can solve now, meaning 4x squared minus 6x squared. So here the answer would be negative because we're going to subtract here. So the answer will be negative 2x squared. Why have we said negative? Because we've subtracted the bigger number from the smaller number, and then we've maintained the sign from the bigger number. Or you can say positive minus negative is to subtract and to maintain the sign from the bigger number. That's why we have negative 2x squared. And then you're going to bring down plus 2y squared. And then here again you're going to subtract. What are you going to have? So what are you going to have when you subtract? So here we can say that negative xy plus. So different signs you subtract, and you maintain the sign from the bigger number. So in this case 2, it is bigger than 1. So you would say plus xy. In this case, do we have like terms? Do we have like terms? You can check. If at all we have like terms, we don't have like terms. So meaning that if we don't have like terms, then here this is an answer. Or you can write it to say 2y squared minus 2x squared plus xy. Then you are done. You are done like that. The other one is simplify. So simplify 4 minus 2 open bracket b minus a close minus 1. So what are you supposed to do? This is very simple. So you write 4, and then this negative or negative 2 should multiply with everything in the brackets. So you'd say negative 2 times b. So the answer is negative 2b. Negative times negative, so you're going to have a positive. So meaning that you're going to have positive 2a, and then you maintain negative 1. Here, what are you going to do? You collect the like terms. So the like terms that we have, we have 4 and negative 1. So you're going to say 4 minus 1, and then you maintain negative 2b plus 2a. Here you subtract, that is 3 minus 2b plus 2a. You are done, just like that. Very simple. So the other one is evaluate. So evaluate. So meaning that when you're given a question like this, always this will guide you. So in this case, this number here, it is telling us to say you have to find a number that will multiply itself 4 times to give us 81. So what number is that? The number when you multiply itself, or the number when it multiplies itself 4 times to give us 81. So obviously here is very simple, so it is 3. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So meaning that when you multiply this 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, it will give us 81. So in this case, we're going to say 3 in brackets, and then this 3 which is here, which is raised, will come here, and then therefore the answer here, it is what? It is 3 times 3 times 3. So in short, they're telling us that 3 should multiply itself 3 times, and the answer that we're going to have is 27. So the answer is 27. That is the answer. It means that you're done there. So the other one, it is factorize completely 32x raised to the power 2 minus 50. Very simple as well. So you find what is common here. So you find what is common. To factorize is to remove what is common between the two factors that are given. So in this case, we have these factors that are given. Which one, or what is common here? So here we have x, here we don't have x. So what is it that is common? Okay, so 2 can go into 32, yes. So, and then 2 can go into 50, yes. So you would say 2, and then open brackets. So here, if we have 32, and then 2, so meaning that 2 into, that is 1, remainder 1, here 2 into 12, that is 6, meaning that is 16. So it will give us 16x squared minus, and then 50 over 2, meaning that here we're going to have 2, and then 1, we're going to have 5. So that is 25. You close, and then in this case, are you done? Are you done? No, we are not done here, because 16, you'd find that 4, what number can go into 16 and 25 without any remainder, such that when we multiply it with 2, it should give us the same number that we have there. So what number can we have? What number can we have such that when we multiply 2 by the same number, it should give us obviously 25. Okay, so in this case, what are we going to do? We're going to say here, that is 2, and then we open 16, and then squared minus. This one, you put it to say, you raise it to a power so that it is very easy for us to work it out. Meaning that the number that we have to multiply to give us 25, what is that number? So what is that number? So that is obviously 5 times 5, it will give us 25. So we're going to say 5 squared. Okay, so in this case, we have the difference of 2 squares. So difference of 2 squares. So we're going to say 2 open bracket, and then here we're going to say because we have how many x do we have here? So we have 2. So you would say 4x minus 5, you close, and then you open again, because here will be, so it will be like we have 4x, and then again we have 4x to give us 16x squared. So in this case, what you're going to do is, again we'll write 4x minus or plus 5, because here there is a minus, so here we're going to write a positive. So meaning that once you close, so this is when you multiply everything, you're going to get this on top, and then you would say, so in this case you write it properly to say, and then you close, you open. So that is it means that you've answered the question that you were asked to find the value of, so x raised to the power 0 times 2 raised to the power 3. So these are indices. So the law of indices says that anything which is raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So here you have to understand that one. And then this one, we're going to expand it so that we know. So meaning that x, so we would say x raised to the power 0 times 2 raised to the power 3. So in this case, anything raised to the power 0, the answer is always 1. So you'd say 1 times 2 times 2 times 2. So the answer here, it is 2 times 2, that, or 1 times 2, that is 2, 2 times 2, that is 4, 4 times 2, that is 8. So the answer here, it is 8. As simple as that. The other one, it is factorized completely. 18 minus 2x squared. So in this case, the question is very simple. So here, what are you going to do? What are you going to do here? So you would say the same thing, you factorize or you remove what is common. So meaning that you're going to say a 2 is common, because 2 can go into 18, and that is 9. So you'd say 2, or open bracket, 9 minus, so here we're going to have x squared. So in this case, you're going to find a number such that when we raise it to the power, it should give us 9, or the square root in short. So the square root of 9 is what? Is 3. So you'd say 2, open bracket, so 3 raised to the power 2 minus x raised to the power 2. So meaning that you apply the law of difference of two squares. So you'd say 2 and then open bracket, so 3 minus x, you close, you open, 3 plus x, you close. So it means that here the work is done. Simplify 4, open bracket, x plus 2y minus, and then in bracket we have 3x minus y. So in this case, what are you going to do? First of all, this 4 you multiply with everything in the brackets. So you'd say 4 times x, that is 4. So it will give us 4x x, 4 times 2y, so it will give us 8. So that is 8y, and then minus 3x, and then plus, because you're going to multiply negative times positive, so meaning that negative times 3x, it will give us negative 3x, and then negative times negative 8y, so it will give us a positive there. So it is 8y. So now you collect the like terms, 4x minus 3x plus 8y plus 8y. So in this case, what are we going to have? When you subtract, we're going to have here, we're going to have x, and then plus, so plus, so 8 plus 8, that is 16. So 8 plus 8, that is 16y. So it means that you are done there. So again, we have evaluate 27 raised to the power, so this is a fraction which is 2 over 3. Now here, what you have to do, is very simple. Now we have two methods that we can use. So the first method is, you would say So cube root, so in brackets, so this one will be the cube root, and then this one will be the squared there. So in this case, you would say 27 and then squared there, meaning we're going to find a number that will multiply itself 3 times to give us 27, and that is 3. So we would say 3, because when we multiply 3 times 3 times 3, we're going to have 27. So 3 times 3, that is 9. 9 times 3, that is 27. So and then in brackets you put a 2, which is this one. So in this case it will be 3 times 3. So the answer here, it is 9. So this is the first method that you can use. The other method that you can use is to say 27 2 over 3. So in this case, you're going to find a number that will multiply itself 3 times. This denominator will give you an inch. So meaning that it will be 3. In brackets, again, you put this fraction here. So 3 over, so there, and then here also a 3. Meaning, we're going to multiply, we're going to cancel there, and you're going to cancel there. So it will be 3 in brackets, that is 2. And then the answer also there, it is what? It is 9. So that is on evaluate 27 and then 2 over 3.